Hey YouTubers, Muskrat Jim here. The good people at Naturehike Outdoors sent me a tent they wanted me to review. It's the upgraded version of their Cloud Up tent. It's a 2-man, 4-season tent, and it was upgraded in March of 2018. So let's go set it up. So this is the tent, and it weighs in at 3 pounds 12 ounces. That's 1.7 kilos, and it consists of a couple of parts. First part is a mat that goes on the ground, and then you've got the tent and the fly. So the base is 6 feet 11 by 4 feet, and that's the same as 210 centimeters by 125 centimeters. The next thing to go up are the tent poles. Now these tent poles are all shock corded together, so you don't have to guess what piece fits into what. Now there are some silver colored poles and some red poles. The red poles go towards the front and the silver poles go towards the back. Now, unlike most tents where you have to feed the poles through a fabric sleeve, this one, the poles are freestanding and the tent clips on the poles with little plastic clips. And I'll show them to you as soon as we get there. The Cloud Up tent features these triangle pieces here, one in the front and one in the rear. Now, as you can see, the height of the tent is like 3.5 feet or 100 centimeters. So at this point you can either put the tent in and then the fly over top, or you can put them in independently. So you could just use the tent, no fly, or you could just use the fly with no tent underneath. I said it was lightweight, it really is. Okay, so here all we have to do is put that tent pole right through both of those grommets. So just hold that down with our foot. Put it through the 10th one, and then put it through the bottom. Just like that. Now I said the tent clips on with these little clips. That's the clip right there. Just passes over top and it clips securely. And there's more clips that go down the side. Now it's time to put on fly. And the fly attaches to the tent or to the ground sheet using this clip. Just like that. And then once all the clips are in, you can go around and adjust the tension by pulling up on this tab. Now it comes complete with extra cords for the extra tie-outs. And these triangular shaped aluminum tent pegs. Now a really neat feature of these cords, just let me show you. You can tighten them up just by pulling on this cord. It maintains the tension. And then you can release the tension just by pulling up on this. Now all of the tent pegs and the tie-outs feature high visibility neon green cordage. And the side tie-outs for the fly feature this little clip that goes into a loop on the tent, and then that clip can just clip back onto the cordage there. The front features a vestibule, which is held in place by more tent pegs. The doorway has Velcro as well as zipper closure. If you don't need your door flapping in the breeze, you can just roll it up. And there's a button and a loop here that'll hold it in place. Now, as we saw before, the tent is mosquito-proof with full mosquito netting. That netting doorway can be held back again by another button and loop. Now on this upgraded version of the tent, features this rear vent. It's being held open by this stiffer piece of foam or cardboard or something. I think it's foam, and it's velcroed to the front lip of that. Now this tent features additional tie-outs for extra windy conditions. So here, for example, you could put another cord and tie that out. And then there's two on the sides. One here, one on the other side. And there's a couple in the front as well. One here. And one over there. Now aside from high visibility cordage, it also features reflective tabs on these tie-outs. So if you're walking through the woods at night towards your tent and you have a flashlight, these will really show up. These secondary tie-outs are only necessary if you're in a high wind area. Okay, so this is the inside of the tent. As I said before, it's 4 feet across by 6'11" in depth. Now I'm going to stretch out a sleeping bag in there just to give you an indication of the room. Okay, so here I've got my narrowest sleeping bag, and as you can see, it easily takes up half of the floor space. Now on the inside of the tent, there's a couple of features I want to point out. One is this convenience pocket right here. So you can put your eyeglasses up there or something like that. And then right at the very top of the tent, there's a hook to hang a light. Now looking outside this mosquito netting, you can tell the fly isn't touching the tent material at all. So if you happen to touch the tent material during a rainstorm, it wouldn't get wet inside the tent. Now there's a label here inside the tent that I think I should read. It says, "Attention! This tent will function for many years as an efficient, lightweight shelter when properly pitched, but care must be exercised to avoid damaging the lightweight materials. This tent is not designed for use as a permanent shelter and can be adversely affected by mildew and prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep all flame and heat sources away from this fabric. Avoid wearing boots inside the tent. Clear away sharp objects which may snag or puncture the floor or the walls. Clear and dry tent thoroughly after each use or daily when in continuous use. Pack tent stakes carefully to avoid punctures, and avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight." So those are just standard cautions you take when caring for this lightweight fabric material. So I'll put a link down below in the description for Naturehike Outdoors so you can see this tent for yourself. This is Muskrat Jim, signing out. For more muskrat survival videos, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember to click the bell to receive notifications of newly uploaded videos on this channel.